All right, welcome back here, and we're in the finals somehow with this pretty mediocre Golgari deck. We've played against a couple of also pretty mediocre decks. I think this whole feels like the whole pool didn't have a really particularly strong deck come out of it, although we didn't get to see all of them. We will be playing first here, and I think this is a keep. We do need to hit black mana at some point, but I think we're okay even on the play. Any land will get us a Centaur's Herald, which can help keep him at bay. So I think I will keep it. This feels a little bit borderline, but I'd rather keep this and go to this 7 than go to 6. If we do hit a swamp in our first two draws, it's actually quite a good hand. Our opponent has mulliganed here. Let's see if we can hit that swamp. Non-swamp. All right. Still have another shot to hit the swamp. If we don't, we can hit a forest and still make a token, which isn't too bad. If we hit nothing, we're on the play. We're probably not under ridiculous amounts of pressure, so it might be okay. Let's see what he has for his turn 2 play. That's certainly going to dictate how much pressure we're under. All right, we hit nothing, so we're just going to ship the turn back, unfortunately. Also, it's a little weird because he's representing Dramatic Rescue, which is really going to put a crimp on our plans as far as making the token goes, but we'll deal with that if we actually get to make a token here. So he's probably going to play some type of a 2-power flyer here. And we have continued to brick. So this is going to happen occasionally. I think that generally speaking, it is vastly in our favor to have hit a land by now, and there is in fact a land. Yep, so there's no reason to crack the old Centaur's Herald right now. We want to make him use his mana up when it actually matters for him. He's content to just keep beating down. All right, and he's got a new Prof Guild Mage. Okay, so we do get to make a token. Whether we actually attack with it is yet to be seen. Let's see what we draw. If we draw a swamp, then things can start to come around for us pretty quickly, but we didn't. We did, however, at least draw something that we can play. We also have the option of discarding a card here if we want, like Sway Scorpion or something, but I don't think that's really going to be the way to go. So yeah, let's just attack, because we do have the follow-up play with the Drudge Beetle. He can get in the way of this guy. But this is going to be rough. If we hit a couple of swamps in a row, then our chances go up pretty dramatically. I like our sideboard plan against this deck. We are certainly going to try to make this game 1 go as long as possible so that we can see as many of the cards from his deck as we can. We need to know how many of our Trestle Trolls we're actually going to be bringing in and how many of our Aerial Predations we want as well. You'll know that we probably drew that this turn or last. All right, so we continue to take our beats from the Vassal Soul here, and let's see what he's got. If he has something like Skymark Rock, we're dead. He didn't, so that's good. I think we would gladly do any trades that he wants here. Even this one is fine. This one is fine as well. Yeah, he is going to make that trade. I think if I was him, I wouldn't have made that trade myself. I mean, I don't know what he needs, based on what his hand is, but like having 4 power in the air versus me is like very strong here. He's got Knightly Valor. Ugh, so that's a huge swing for us here. And we still don't have, our hand is 0 cards right now. We don't have enough mana to do this either. So yeah, we're looking very, very dead here. He can just detain one of our guys and just basically kill us. We can make us... he's going to do this first. Okay. Give his guy flying. Kill us. All right, so we got at least an idea of what he's dealing with, what we're dealing with here. we didn't really get to put up a fight because we just couldn't find that black source of mana. It was part of the risk that we took on by making that keep. Like I said, it was a close keep, and if we don't find the mana, we're pretty dead. But I like our chances here because I think we're going to bring in 2 aerial predation and all of our trestle trolls, plus actually 2 trestle trolls and an Indrik plus 2 aerial predation is plenty. I think we're going to be able to kill anything that he puts in the air. So that's nice. I am going to once again ditch Gerard's Orders just because it's an easy cut. Like, it's something that we don't really want to deal with. I'm also going to cut Slime Molding because I don't want to put a ton of effort into that card and then just have it dramatic rescued. I think I like the rest of these so far. Brush Strider actually seems pretty reasonable against him. Launch Party, yes. All right, we'll ditch the salvage. All right, this is better. This gives us stuff to do with our mana, and then any card that we draw off our deck is live. Like, any spells that we draw are just straight up live, so that's good. Yeah, let's see what he's got. All right, so he's just got 2 mana up, so I'm going to just wait and do this. I don't want to get syncopated here. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, so this is actually working out fairly well for us so far, at least, because we get to attack him, and then we get to follow up with another creature that can attack him, so that's pretty good. Now, if he gets a Knightly Valor on this, it's going to be a fairly big issue, but we have tons of cards in the deck that are going to be able to help with that. He is going to just continue the beatdown plan here, though, and that is going to allow us to do the exact same thing. And we're just going to keep casting the biggest stuff that we can. But if he does have the Knightly Valor here, we're going to need to hit one of our aerial predations really quickly. All right, so it looks like he wants to do a little double trade here, and I don't see any reason not to allow this. So let's just battle in there. He can take out the Rubbleback Rhino if he wants. He gets a card out of the deal as well. We don't have a pump spell or anything, but we have 2 pretty nice follow-up plays here with this and this. All right. So we're able to keep a lot of pressure on him here. We have lethal damage on the table, and we just won. All right, so that was sweet. We got to just beat him down. I think I actually want this last aerial predation. I mean, I know it's insane to have 3 of them in here, but he has shown us so many flyers, and I think we just want to really get him with those. So I think I'm going to cut the Savage Surge here. Like, I think we can just really streamline this thing down. If those are all just 1-for-1 removal spells, that's fine by me, because remember, he is running things like oh yeah, this is a keep. This is similar to our other hand, except for we're on the draw, so it's much better. He is running like Knightly Valor and stuff, and we can really get him with it. That's kind of awkward, but it's fine. Brush Strider. This could potentially keep this thing back, and it does indeed. This is an interesting decision. We can go Drag Mangler into Karazda Monitor, or we can go Stonefarer Crocodile into Karazda Monitor into Drag Mangler and kind of get max value out of our haste. If we attack with this, he's going to block here. Do we want to make that trade? Yeah, probably we do. Actually, we have so many answers for this thing. So no, actually I don't think we do want to make that trade. So yeah, let's run the Drag Mangler out there because he doesn't have a great block for it. If I attack with both, he's going to trade here, and then we get in with the Drag Mangler, which doesn't seem too bad. But I think I'd rather just attack with the Drag Mangler here and not give him that option. If he wants to double block, that's okay. I'll take out the Keening Apparition. Yeah, that seems fine because this guy's a pretty valid scavenge target later on as well. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Okay, so let's use up our mana. Slightly risky, but I think I like this. This gets in a big hit of damage here, and he doesn't really have a way to block it. I mean, putting those counters on the Rubbleback Rhino seems fine as well. Ooh, okay. Detention Sphere. Yeah, that's not bad. He does have an attack here if he wants it, and he takes it. And let's just get big here, because the thing that I like is that we can go like Zanikev Locust this turn, and then that shuts him down. And then next turn we can attack. If he wants to go for the double block, we can like kill his Key Rune, and then we can scavenge this thing back onto the Rubbleback Rhino eventually. So this is actually a pretty sweet position for us to be in, I think. Yeah, so he didn't give himself that option, so we do just have the attack here, I think. None of these really do much on the ground. We can go like Trestle Troll, Drudge Beetle, or just play the Rubbleback. Let's just play the Rubbleback. This is the one I want to resolve anyway. Yeah, because this guy just doesn't do anything right now. This guy doesn't either. Oop. Okay, I almost clicked through there. So it doesn't look like he wants to make that trade. So yeah, let's just fight here. What do you got? Eyes in the Skies. Skyline Predator. That's a pretty nice one. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. Alright, so let's do this and this. So now we have a huge Rubbleback Rhino that he's going to have a hard time getting in the way of. And we're going to try to just power through with that. We've got Trestle Troll to sit here and block this thing. Not the all-time best board position, but it's pretty good. We're not really that vulnerable to a spell like Supreme Verdict. It kills a bunch of his guys too. He just put this one onto the battlefield, which is presumably one of his better creatures. Ooh, Void Wielder though. He's going to just get rid of our troll so he can get in a hit of damage. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Not a big deal. We're just going to dump our hand here after we fight with this thing. Takes it. Trestle Troll. Stone Fair. Beetle. Go. We still haven't drawn a single one of our aerial predations. That's kind of funny. Alright, so if we attack now, we can take out, he's going to block here, here. He's just going to throw a bunch of his guys on there. So I think we might actually be best just to attack with everything here. If he does that, he blocks here and kills that. He blocks here and kills that. He can't take this. No, then he just chump blocks a guy. All right, so we just have to be patient here and keep fighting with this guy. He's going to be able to kill it here, but we're going to kill 2 of his dudes. Maybe even 3. No, just 2. And then we're going to follow up with this guy. So, cards we want to draw right now. Yeah, Aerial Predation would be fine, but not amazing. Looks like he, oh yeah, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we've got 6 damage to distribute here, which is really lame because we can actually only kill 1 creature. Nice trade, I guess. What would we like to kill here? Probably still just a Skyline Predator. Does that seem right? Yeah, I think so. I'm wondering because we do have the 3 aerial predations, so you know, getting like this guy out of the way or this guy out of the way actually has quite a bit of value to us right now. And this thing isn't really threatening us, but I think I am still just going to kill it because I think if this game goes longer, we're going to be in better shape. All right, so that happens, and then we play this. Yeah, I mean, getting this thing out of the way means that this guy can actually attack, and he's borderline lethal, so that's pretty good. Let's see what we draw here. That wasn't it. All right, if we attack with everything now, this thing gets eaten here, this thing gets eaten here, this thing gets eaten here, and then this gets traded, so it doesn't really matter. So I guess the only attack we really have here is this thing. And he can kill it if he wants. He can activate this double block, and then we kill this. And that's okay, because then we can throw it onto this guy or whatever. All right, so now that thing's going to start beating down. Grind, but if we ever find our Karazda Guildmage, then we just basically just kill him. Sluiceway Scorpion's good as well. And I think, yeah, this is still, if we attack with all three, this guy dies there, and then he chumps with this, yeah. So we're just going to trade this off for a creature too. This is just... He's got so much toughness, 5, 9, 13, 14, 50. He's got 16 toughness on the table right now. It's pretty good. All right, so what do we want to kill? Probably this thing. Maybe just this. Yeah, let's kill that thing. And play this guy who he finally cannot profitably block. Our creatures match up very strangely versus his. We have huge guys and it just doesn't matter. All right, so he's hit a new Prof Guildmage, so that's a big draw for him. And we have hit the nothings. Yeah, he can actually mount an offensive here. He's got 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 mana, so he can't double activate it, but... yeah, he's going to start doing a little of this and a little bit of that, and we just have to ship the turn back. So he's going to be in a pretty good position here. Doorkeeper, more toughness. All right. There's what we wanted. Karazda Guildmage. Does it resolve? It does indeed. And what that means is, do we just win this turn? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, not quite. So let's make him do something here. He's going to let me attack. That's very, very, very strange of him to just let me attack here, because we're definitely going to battle with this guy. And we're definitely going to battle with this guy because I can just pump him up and kill him. Oop, 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 oop. I misclicked. So I didn't mean to actually click there, so now we put our Brush Strider at risk here, which is pretty annoying. I meant to give it Intimidate, but I didn't. And now we're in the blocker stage, so now we have to figure out how we're going to recover here. Let's see what he does. We could just pump it and kill a creature, but he's probably just going to throw a ton of stuff on it. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. All right, so let's get rid of the Frostburn Weird here then. Can also just pump this thing twice and put him to 1. Yeah, maybe that's a better play. No. I think I like this. I think I like doing it this way, pumping this guy to kill this, and then pumping this guy. Or actually, he didn't block him. Yeah, he's just going to get in for 2 then. That's fine. He gets in for 2, and then what I do is I pump this guy once, and then I have 4 mana so that I can sack this thing on end step and make a bunch of 1/1s, and then they'll all be lethal. So yeah, let's do that. Ugh. Had the win on the board potentially. I mean, he does have a card in hand, so it's not like it's guaranteed, but that's pretty frustrating that that I misclicked there. Still looking to be in pretty good shape, but certainly not doing ourselves any favors here. So it looks like he wants to use his new Prof Guildmage on end step here. He's probably going to target our Karazda Guildmage, in which case, yeah, I'm just gonna sack our Trestle Troll, make a bunch of dudes. I mean, it's kind of, I don't necessarily want to show him our game plan, but whatever. Oh, yeah, Tristani's Judgment. That's annoying. Man, I really wish I didn't misclick now. Anyway, so we can now sacrifice him to make 2 dudes, and that keeps all of our creatures on board. But this Trestle Troll doesn't matter. So if I sack it and I make 4 of them, then I'll have 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he'll have 1, 2, 3. So we're still not actually lethal in that case. The Sluiceway Scorpion is pretty sweet in that case, though. All right, so yeah, let's do that. It's 2 attacks. Yeah. So, interestingly, as it turns out, is had I done it the way that I had been talking about, he would have actually just gotten us. You know, he would have just Tristani's Judgmented our Brush Strider and just wasted our whole entire turn. And we would have, although we would have still had the guy, so I think we would have won anyway. But so it was kind of one of those mistakes that actually ends up helping you sometimes. But so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and we have 6 guys, and we can attack with everything except for this one, so that doesn't really do us any good. Also, he does have the new Prof Guildmage still, so that's pretty annoying. All right, let's see what he does here. So if we attack with all of these, we lose 1, 2, we lose 3 of them. And we get in for 0, but we trade off for an Arrestor. That's not worth it. All right, now he does not have the ability to detain 2 creatures here. So I think he's going to have to just hold back and keep this guy on lockdown. Because right now we have lethal. So let's see what he wants to do. We need to just draw like another creature. We don't have any things. This is very, very close. So he does in fact detain that. If we attack with everything, same thing, like these guys just die and then this thing's alive. If we attack with these 2, then he has blocks here and here, so that doesn't do anything. So I don't think we actually have an attack. He's got 5 creatures. Yeah, just have to ship the turn back here. Very, very sad situation we find ourselves in here. Oh, is he going to mill me? He's going to mill me. That's actually quite good for me. I've got more of these dudes around. All right, ultimate price. This is something that I can deal with here. Now, does it get us there, though? What's it called? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. He's 1 away from being able to do it twice. So then we attack with here, 3, 4. So we attack with all of these guys. We ultimate price this thing. And then he's still got a lot of blocks. Maybe we need to be patient. All right, so let's say he does that. If we attack with everything, he can block this on this, this on this, this on this. This trades here probably. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He takes 2 and he goes to 1. Right? Yeah, let's make him use his ability here. I think we can get him to 1 here and make some pretty reasonable trades. Oh, he's going to let us attack? What did he pick up here? What am I... Does he have Azorius Charm to give his guys lifelink? That would make it so he didn't die. This guy's so good versus our deck. We try to pile up a bunch of counters on one creature and he just detains it forever. Okay, so he's got his blocks. So he's obviously got something here, because right now he's taking lethal. And he let us attack, so he knew that that was going to happen. Maybe he just has dramatic rescue. Oh, swift justice? Okay, sure. So he gains 3 and goes to 5, and then we hit him for 3 and put him right back down to 2. And now we've got a Sluiceway Scorpion in the yard. So I think we put him on like one of these guys. Ugh, our launch party. So sad. He's got 2 activations now. He still has to respect something here, though. And we still have like 3 aerial predations left in the deck as well. He's just going to proactively lock down this, and he can just proactively lock down like this as well, or this. And he can start attacking us for some damage here, but I think we're in an okay spot. All right, just have to pass the turn back here. This is a close one. That is sad face, because that just kills him. Never draw land. Are you kidding me? I've got 11 here. Same exact amount as you. All right, he's going to lock down the Scorpion. Probably lock down something else. No, he's just going to ship it back here. He's going to lock down that thing. So if I attack here, here, and here, do I get anything good out of that? He blocks this here, and this here. Yeah, so I just lose guys. All right. So what do we need? I don't know. Just more creatures, I suppose. Or just give me a... What's it called? A stab wound. That'd be fine. Looks like he stopped milling us. He milled away exactly the card he needed and then stopped. Yeah, sure. I mean, we have a billion answers for this, but I'm sure we'll hit one of them. Those aren't really what we want to draw here. We really would just much rather have the, what's it called? Stab wound. Hey! A stab wound. He has no cards in hand. This doesn't do anything. Is there any reason to not just throw this thing on the Concordia Pegasus? I just want to make sure before I do it. Sometimes you get excited and windmill the exact thing that you needed. But yeah, I think that he just, because he doesn't get his draw step. Yeah, so that looks good to me. right. Looks like Moto seems to be... There we go. We did it. All right. So, yeah, I'll have to go back and take a look at that somewhat complicated scenario there when I had to decide. So if I put all of my activations onto the Brush Strider and just go for the win, then he's forced to use whatever it is he has. In this case, let's say that he shows me Tristani's Judgment. He just goes, look, I have a Tristani's Judgment. And we're like, okay. So now we know that. And if we just put all of the counters on that thing, then he has to actually, and if I don't misclick, then he has to use it on that. And then we get to keep our Guild Mage, and our Guild Mage is enough to get us the win the next turn. So I think if I just do it that way, I think it just protects us anyway because Guild Mage gives us inevitability. So yeah, if I don't misclick, then I think it was interesting because I thought for a minute that me screwing up actually helped us, and I think that overall, though, the game is better off for us if we just have the Guild Mage, even if he does get to even if we don't win that one turn. Okay, guys, thanks as always for hanging out with me this week. Just got back from GP San Antonio. Hopefully that was fun to watch. We had some really great matches of Standard there. I know it's not draft, but you got to watch something else sometimes, right? Anyway, if you want to send me an email, limitedresourcespodcast@gmail.com. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, you can do so, Marshall_LR on there, same name as I am here on Magic Online. And if you want to join the clan, which, let's see what we're at here. Well, 345,884 packs won, and we are at 2,109 members. We are the biggest clan on Magic Online and the best one. If you like Magic, if you're a decent person and you want to join, that's all you really need to do is just send me a message and ask. You can see my name here. You can right-click my name. I'm not going to leave the clan, and you can say and leave a message for me, or you can just find me when I'm online, and I'll get you an invite. Again, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next week.